Hello and welcome to the pre-February USDA Report webinar from Progressive Ag. Let's get right into it. Here to talk about this report is Andrew Magas, Market Analyst for Progressive Ag Marketing. Andrew, what do you expect from this report and what do you think farmers should do with this information?
Thanks, Lynn. This is kind of historically just not a lot of emphasis is put onto this report after the big January report where they update all their production and yield numbers. This one kind of more focuses on South America and just our ending stocks for global and the United States. And one of the big factors is going to be what they're actually going to come out with the numbers for soybean production in Brazil. They're expecting record highs and we're probably going to get that, but we're just kind of see which numbers we're going to get. CONAB came out with their report a couple days ago saying that they're expecting 101 million metric tons for their production, and USDA came out last month with 100 million metric tons. Analysts are kind of expecting a little bit less because they had some drought in northern Brazil and Argentina. Central Argentina is kind of a little bit drier. So that USDA is expecting kind of about 99.5 million, which would be bullish for get these prices going a little bit. The other kind of big factor will be ending stocks in both the U.S. and global ending stocks. They're expecting U.S. stocks to kind of raise up a little bit in both wheat, corn, and soybeans in the United States, just because exports have kind of been pretty poor because of our high dollar and low crude prices has kind of been affecting our exports lately, especially ethanol and corn exports, because we're not competitive in the global market right now. But all in all, and actually South America has been getting really aggressive exporting corn and soybeans, and Russia has been really aggressive exporting wheat, so they're expecting the global numbers to come down a little bit for world stocks, so that could be a little bit bullish too. And one other number is kind of the stocks to use ratio. We're kind of in that about 13% range right now, which is kind of middle ground from where we have been the last 10 years. If you get lower than this for the stocks ratio, kind of supportive for prices, where we kind of seen the stock to use ratio really start working in our favor after ethanol came into tuition about 10 years ago. And we're kind of in that middle ground, and we do have some upside if we can get our demand going, and we need to see higher crude prices to make it more supportive for ethanol. So those are basically the big numbers that we're going to be looking at for this USDA report. Prices are bad right now and may stay bad for 2 to 3 months, but it is always darkest before the dawn. By mid-April, it's likely that we see these prices going up. By August, we might see these prices up 20 to 50 cents in corn. By October, prices could be up 50 to 75 cents. The point is, this is not time to sell. This is time to buy. Buy, buy, buy. Buy futures, sell puts, or wait until mid-April and buy calls. Do not sell in this market as it is the bottom. We do have weather concerns that could drive this market up, as a lot of this negative news is built into this market already. Remember, bottoms last months and tops last minutes. We are forming the bottom.
All right, thank you for that summary, Andrew. Also joining me today is an attorney from Progressive Ag Law, Peter Kemp. Peter, I know farmers have heard a lot about this Syngenta lawsuit over the past year. What updates do you have, and what should farmers keep in mind?
Thank you, Lynn. By now, most farmers are familiar with the basic facts of the case. Syngenta released a variety of corn unapproved by Chinese regulators, costing every corn farmer in America the opportunity to sell their corn in a growing market. My take-home message today is that farmers really need to take time and seriously consider their options. We believe that individual representation in this matter allows farmers to have a certain level of flexibility that class actions do not allow. Now, a class action lawsuit has been filed down in Kansas City, and we expect it to be certified in late summer or early fall. Once that happens, farmers will lose the opportunity to choose the attorney that they want to represent them in this matter. So before the weather warms up and before you need to head back in the field, why don't you take some time and consider your options in this case? Visit us at progressiveaglaw.com and see what we can offer. Progressive Ag Law has partnered with Phipps, Anderson, and Deacon, who have experience litigating GMO market closures, as this short video will explain.
My name is Martin Phipps, and I am from the great big town of Breckenridge, Texas. I grew up in a town I like to tell people had 3 stoplights. Those values you bring from a small town, being honest, telling the truth, and standing up and believing in something, is something that we do here at our firm.
I'm Barry Deacon. I'm originally from Arkansas, grew up in a family law firm. Farming's been a big part of my professional life in representing farmers and agricultural related entities my entire practice.
You may ask why hire Phipps, Anderson, and Deacon. The best answer I give you is because we are so proud to represent farmers that it's the most important thing when you walk into our building and see what we do.
Part of my background was being involved in representing a co-op of rice farmers against bare crop science in the rice litigation that began in 2006. With my background in the rice litigation, that's important because that was genetically modified rice that was being experimentally tested that contaminated the U.S. rice crops. That litigation is very, very similar to the Syngenta corn litigation where an unapproved trait was marketed to China.
What you're going to find out in this case is when Syngenta released Viptera to sell to you, they hadn't even applied to China for approval. Because of that, they took a risk, and that risk ended with you losing the China market. When you're choosing a lawyer to represent you in the Syngenta litigation, every lawyer is going to tell you that they're the best. We don't have to say anything to you. We just want you to look at our record. We are the lawyers who tried and won the rice case. We're the lawyers that developed the damage models. We're the lawyers that got the punitive damage verdicts. The rice case settled for $750 million. I'm very proud to tell you that my farmers, the people that I represented, got $50 million more than everybody else. We get asked every day, is this going to be a class action? And I want to make the answer real clear. We're not class action lawyers. We represent individual farmers against Syngenta and other big companies. And why do we do that? Because class actions don't help the clients. They only help the lawyers. Each one of you farm differently. Each one of your damages are different. So what we believe is we're going to represent you individually and not like some class action lawyer.
We are certainly not against the technology that Syngenta has come up with in producing their seed. We're actually for that technology because it's good for the American farmer. What we have a fault with is what Syngenta has done in marketing its corn. It's done it in an irresponsible way, and that has affected all of us.
I don't know about you, but we need more places to sell our corn, not less. And so all we're asking Syngenta to do is to stand up and do the right thing. The same thing you do every day when anybody comes to you with an issue. You may ask what makes us different at Phipps, Anderson, Deacon. The answer is simple, is we care. I've been on a combine and I know how hard it is to farm. And because I'm gonna make sure when I get done with this case and I come and sit in your living room, that you're proud that I'm your lawyer.
We are handling these cases on a contingency fee basis, which means we will not be paid unless we successfully try or settle the lawsuit, and we will pay all the costs of litigation. We believe in this case, and we're putting our money where our mouth is.
Thanks for that information, Peter. We will be back with another webinar after the February report goes live on February 9th, 2016. That webinar will be live streamed, providing farmers with real-time analysis of the report. Thank you for watching.